Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and today we are playing the Sibsig Ceremony, a card from Tarkir Dragonstorm which, dare I say, is unique, or if not unique, very, very different to things we've seen before. So what is it? It's a 3 mana all in black, legendary enchantment. It says creature spells you cast 2 less to cast, that's great. Then it says whenever a creature you control enters, if you cast it, destroy that creature, then create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. So basically, we have it on the battlefield. Our creatures aren't going to stick around, but we will get an army of 2/2 zombies. So basically, the name of the game is ETB triggers or death triggers, because obviously for the cost reduction, you can get ETB triggers pretty quickly, and obviously you will guarantee a death trigger. And that's what the deck is built around, and it is a combo deck basically. I did try to build a deck originally in black-white and use things like Spitskin Dole to draw cards and Helpful Hunter, as well as some of the artifacts we still have in the deck, which we can play for 3 with a Sibsig Ceremony, but it just didn't quite work. Whereas this combo deck does work, but you do need the other piece of a combo. So the other piece of a combo is Spinner of Souls, a 3 mana 4/3 spider with reach. It says whenever a non-token creature you control dies, or you may reveal cards on top of your library until you reveal a creature card, put a card into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So obviously, with the Sibsig Ceremony out, every creature we play is going to die. So basically, every creature that dies, we get another creature into our hand, and chances are we're going to be able to cast it. Obviously, we want the Spinner of Souls out before the Sibsig Ceremony. Otherwise, we play the Spinner and it will die because of a Sibsig Ceremony. But we do have some redundancy in Gixian Puppeteer, a 4 mana 4/3. The first part of the text box has a mana, and the main one says when this creature dies, return another target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So if we have the Spinner in the graveyard, either from our opponent Millsers, or we play it before Sibsig Ceremony and it dies, we play it during Sibsig Ceremony and it dies as well, we can play the Puppeteer, it dies right away, we can get the Spinner of Souls, and because the Sibsig Ceremony only triggers on creatures that you cast, it will stick around. And basically, once we have the Spinner of Souls and the Sibsig Ceremony out, we can just go off, because then we do have cards like Market Bat Walker, which is excellent X, and it enters with X +1/+1 counters on it, and we can pay for to put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then when the creature dies, draw a card for each +1/+1 counter on it. With the Ceremony out, we can just X = 1 for free. It comes down, we get a zombie, we draw a card. Then Friendly Teddy, a 2 mana 2/2. When it dies, each player draws a card, and because it's 2 mana, it's free with a Ceremony. And yes, our opponent does draw, but oh well. Gleaming Barrier, again, a 2 mana 0/4 defender. When it dies, create a treasure token. So this lets us, if we then draw a card that we do have to pay mana for, that treasure token does help us out. And some of those cards are Greedy Freebooter. It is 1 mana, so it doesn't get a cost reduction for Ceremony, but when it dies, we scry 1 and create a treasure token. Great way to ramp, an early play, and also to scry to have some card selection. Midnight Reaper, 3 mana 3/2. When a non-token creature we control dies, this creature deals 1 to us, and we draw a card. If we had this on the battlefield as well, with Spinner of Souls, we're just going to draw loads of cards. 2 copies of Unscrupulous Contractor, 3 mana 3/2. When it enters, we may sack a creature. When we do, target player draws 2 and they lose 2. So obviously we're going to be targeting ourselves, and we can sack a Greedy Freebooter or the Contractor itself, or maybe just a zombie token that we have. Then we have 1 copy of Outcast Trailblazer, just to add mana as well, because our finisher essentially is Imodane's Recruiter, which is, I'm sure everyone knows, 3 mana 2/2. When it enters, creatures we control get +1/+0 and gain haste at end of turn. It is red. It's our only red card. We do have some red mana, but that's why we need the treasures from Freebooter and Barrier, and then maybe a red mana from the Trailblazer if we know we need it. And rounding out the deck, we do have 2 copies of Patchwork Banner, a mana rock, but also buffs creature of our choice by +1/+1, and we're going to choose zombies. So while the idea is we can just combo out and have a huge army of zombies, which we buff with Imodane's Recruiter, the Patchwork Banner could just help if we don't find it. And we have the mana base. Everything we play produces black because the Ceremony is 3 black. We do have the Blazemar Verge for Imodane's Recruiter, and then some green lands in Blooming Marsh, Underground Mortuary, and Wastewood Verge for the Spinner of Souls and the Outcast Trailblazer. That's the deck. It's a combo deck, so it either works or it doesn't. Oh, that's a really weird thing to say. So stick around for the wrap up to hear my views. In the meantime, I would like to thank Mihal and Arcadius, my 2 Planeswalker level patrons, and to everyone else really trying to grow the channel. So please remember to like and subscribe. Comment on the video what you do like, what you don't like, what I've done well, what I've done badly. There is plenty of all of that. Have a look at my Patreon. The link is in the description and in my channel description. If you are thinking you might be able to support me further, I do want to grow the channel a lot more. So thank you for all of that. But in the meantime, I'll see you all in the gameplay. Well, we've got the spinner. Now we just need the ceremony. There's a ceremony. I'm going to hold up the friendly telly then. Say hold up. Wait until we can get a zombie. And we've also got the puppeteer in case spinner gets removed or countered. Let's go to combat. Oh, fun. Bouncy stuff. There you go, we're digging. Up the beanstalk. Do they have a counter spell? Crap. Well, they don't have the mana, so we may be able to just go off this turn. Play that on red. Urgh! At least we do have another Sibsig Ceremony. That was very frustrating. We didn't draw any of our, any more of our artifacts. Oh, they're just drawing. Hydra. Warden of the Grove? That's fine, we have another one. I don't think they can do much with one mana. Actually, we'll take the freebooter for treasure. Obviously now we're just looking for Immodane's Recruiter. Well, that's irritating. So at least we just have lethal on board now. But they must have something, right? Right. We'll get a Midnight Reaper. I don't know what I can have for 4 mana that can stop this. Because they haven't got the mana for time stop. We are ripping through our deck. If we don't find it now, I'll just attack. It's funny how Market Back Walker always seems to come in multiples like buses. You need to deal with 5. Fair enough. Problem is if I have River's Rebuke. In which case, I think we will just stop there for now. Of course, it may have another Aetherize. Which obviously they've got a full hand and they've got 4 mana. Now they don't have enough mana. Okay, that was weird. We go first. We have part of our combo. Hopefully with a mix of Friendly Teddy and Unscrupulous Contractor, we can find the ceremony. Lana War, living on the run. Yeah, let's Scry for now. To Val even. Oh, it is just elves. And if they attack, I'm definitely going to block. I'm guessing they've got Crate Hoof as a finisher. That is a lot of mana dorks. Still no Sibsig. Sibsig Ceremony, but if I have Crate Hoof, obviously we are just dead. Because basically we need another turn, which I don't think we're going to get. No, we're not. Unless we can find the Gixian thingamajiggy. I don't think. Yeah, that's not enough. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can just block with everything. But yeah, we are. Yeah, because we have the Immodane's Recruiter in hand, and we only have one of them. Well, we can't do that because we lose 2 life. You don't have to sack it. Wow, our opponent scooped. Well, we weren't going to win that one, but maybe that's got bored. Well, we don't have any of our combo pieces, but hopefully we can draw into them or surveil into them. I think I saw a red card. No. It's weird, you don't often see Dredger's Insight without, that's not in black-green because of Tyvar. We have seen Jason, maybe this is a different version of Omniscience. We will sack a freebooter. Don't need another Reaper. Well, there is a Sibsig Ceremony. But again, oh, it's a River Churn Monument. Yeah. So we need to go off pretty quickly. We just need that spinner. Maybe Puppeteer to get back the Midnight Reaper.
Emotions are distractions. Focus on the facts.
Oh, there he is.
Beyond your comprehension.
And now we will get back Midnight Reaper. Oh, a lot of market back walkers. We should surely be able to find our single Imadane's recruiter. Before we kill ourselves with Midnight Reaper. There we go. And yeah, we found the recruiter. So we play out another market back walker. And then... yeah, we gives everything +1/+0, doesn't it? Yeah, so we should be fine. Well, we have the ceremony. We do need another land and obviously the spinner. Oh, so a counter trample deck. Not quite sure why they wouldn't put it on the colony, but never mind. Let's get this out now. We'll sack the freebooter. Well, we can cast it for 1 and just draw straight away. Well, and there's the Puppeteer, which is good for when we find our spinner. And again. Yeah, we have to hold the Puppeteer for if we find the spinner. Otherwise, we may just be able to put the banner on zombie. But what are they up to? What are you up to? Just another Nile colony. All right. And else is going to double the counters on the Tumblewag. Oh, that takes 6. Let's play this on zombie. I think we have to get the unscrupulous. contractor back to try and draw. I think we just have to hold back. They double up their counters to 16. Yeah, we have to hold back. We basically have to take out our entire ball to block the Tumblewag. No spinner has just been, and we've got a handful of land. Come on. This is not that hard of a decision. I mean, if they don't attack, great. I think that was very, very weak of them. And yeah, I was drawing that Sibsig Ceremony. He's pretty much done it. No, I'm not going to sit here and wait for them to do very easy things. Well, we've got the combo, and we'll even have the puppeteer if. The spinner gets removed. I think I'm not going to play out anything yet. Well, let's play out the spinner. Yeah, hopefully it survives. And it looks like it does. So hopefully we can go off here. Three friendly teddies. Another gleaming barrier. Now obviously we're just looking for our Imadane's recruiter. And there's a decent chance we find it from all our card draw and getting creatures with the spinner. Gleaming Barrier is our last free card. We do have some treasures. So let's play out the freebooter. We'll keep that. And there is the recruiter. We don't need to sacrifice Screecher now. And fair play to our opponent for sticking around. Doesn't really matter. But everything's got haste and a small buff. And we hit him for, well, quite a lot. We go first with what we need. We just need another land. Up the beanstalk. Do we get screwed on lands? We do not. Can I power the banner first so we get a third black mana? Oh no, actually, it's not even our third black mana. Another beans. Question is, do they have counter spells? Do they have removal? Primeval Bounty, wow. Well, they may be shit out of luck. Why can't we get some bloody naught cost ones? I think this is just lethal. Yes, it was, quite comfortably. Hello Magic fans and welcome back to a very quick wrap up. So as I said in my deck tech, I did try an alternate of the deck first, black-white, and the problem was you can't get enough cards, even with cards that, you know, draw you cards. And this deck has the same problem of without the Spinner of Souls. If you don't have Spinner of Souls and Sibsig Ceremony, then the deck, you know, you could win by getting an army of zombies, buffing them with Patchwork Banner. You know, your opponent doesn't remove them and you can swing in and attack. That is possible, but you know, that's not the deck. The deck is the combo. If you can have Spinner of Souls and Sibsig Ceremony down, you can probably just win in a turn, or, you know, potentially the same turn. But without them, it doesn't do a lot. So you do have to mulligan, or you should mulligan for at least one of those pieces. I would say The Ceremony is probably the better piece because then we can cast things for free like Marking Back Walker and Friendly Teddy and Greedy Freebooter, which either draws a card or lets us scry. Yeah, sometimes you just don't draw one of them, or you've got the Ceremony down, you don't draw the Spinner of Souls, and you do just fall flat there. I think we have 22 lands because we don't want to flood out. Flooding is really painful, but when it works, it really, really works. But just be aware, you need the two pieces. You need Spinner of Souls and Sibsig Ceremony. If I was going to do it again, I would take out the Trailblazer and put in another contractor, and maybe take out Midnight Reaper and another contractor. Midnight Reaper's only good if you don't have a Sibsig Ceremony down, because whereas the contractor's good, I think not only good, but it's good when you do have it down, so you can draw those extra cards. And the contractor and freebooter is really a combo because you can scry one and then draw the two. So that's what I'll do if I was going to do a bit differently. Just take out the Trailblazer and maybe one Reaper and add in two more contractors. But yeah, that's the deck. I really enjoyed it. Just got to give a shout out to Thomas, my creature level patron, to everyone else really trying to grow the channel. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what I've done well, what I've done badly, what you like and what you don't like, and maybe some ideas for decks you would like to play going forward. And please have a look at my Patreon if that's something you think you might be interested in. But in the meantime, I'll see you all in the next video.